EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, where the sound of the big red siren signals it is time for football. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. This guy's off to an impressive 6-1 start to the new year. Across from him, his counterpart, the Cardinals' Jonathan Gannon. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the man from Arkansas, getting the start here, their rookie quarterback.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team is facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Austin. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 14. First
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cardinals' 35-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, 49ers.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're toward the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is hard.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First and 10 at the 38-yard
On first down, it's Benson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for Benson in last week's ball game: 16 carries, 78 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. They run over center with Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And finds Austin complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll drop the throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. Good footwork at the 30. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you're going to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A gain of 9 yards.
Here comes Benson on the toss right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Austin. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They go play action here on 1st down. This is intercepted. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Cardinals offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of this season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
And the Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
26-yard line.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they did a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11. is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And that one in the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, 49ers.
He's going to try and do this himself.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
At the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the 49ers are able to move back in front.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be hit down at the 43, 5 yards on the play.
And it's 3rd down.
Now back to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 33 yards. And the 49ers are able to widen their advantage. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with the touchdown reception. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Austin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20.
A 7-yard
2nd down and 3.
brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49ers 18-yard line.
He'll keep it himself. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And this is going to be 49er football.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play.
Back to throw again. He'll try and do this himself. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
The 45-yard line.
And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They'll They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got this down to the 35.
That's another 49er first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Well, they try to shuffle pass, and it's intercepted. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I have no idea how many yards I have. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's 2nd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got Ayuk once again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throws a quick hit on the slant. That's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
At the 45-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop the thrower. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And he floats one there, incomplete.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We are into Week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our look around the NFL starts now. Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. The Jaguars at home to take on the Titans in the AFC South. And this is the Titans quarterback. He connects here on a 36-yard touchdown. The Titans come away with a 4-point victory. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers at home to take on Washington. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. He was a big factor in this one, and he shows you why on this play. The Commanders win their 3rd straight game as they get the victory today. One more for you. Let's go to Cincinnati. The Bengals taking on the Houston Texans. And it's the Texans QB. He'll decide to scramble here, and that's the right call. He's in from 9 yards out. The Texans come away victorious, 21-10 your final score. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
This ain't what you want.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Wants a look to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Looking to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
11 more on that one and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a first carry for the fullback.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 2.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. From the 4, it's second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. They're going to look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And the Cardinals first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Austin is there and brings in another one. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And less than a yard.
Going for it. Here's Benson. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he
he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Wide open receiver complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And the 49er first down.
They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
49er first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, 49ers.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Carlson now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. A give left side for Benson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now back to throw. Throwing now, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
At the 15-yard line.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here. Now, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cards have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Looks good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make...
And he lost the football. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This is about what you'd expect. Defense selling out to stop the run. Pretty good on first and second down.
Yeah, you're no longer really worried about making sure you're holding up the offensive lineman as a defensive lineman. Now you're just talking about getting in gaps. You're trying to get upfield, penetrate, and make a play on the football, especially, before the running back really gets control of it. That's what you're doing. You're also bringing the linebackers in to jam the line of scrimmage, and a safety or two is going to be there as well.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. When he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
As we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. 43 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll go again with Benson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll look to throw. This one finds Austin at right. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
second and 5. He's got Ayuk once again. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9 now. Open man is Samuel, complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This for the lead in the final stages. Carlson able to put this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Here's 2nd down. He's back to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 5 brings up second.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
For 85. A gain of 13 yards. It's now 3rd and 2.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness. He was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
6-yard line.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Niners 1st down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Niners,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.